dear boarding members. Thank you for joining us with this presentation. We're here sorry for the accident, but there's something more severe than the loss from your pocket, which is your reputation. Right now, millions of people are watching you. Some of them are still on a cruise, worried and upset, and some of them are on a shore, can't wait to ask for their compensation. Some of people are sitting in their office and thinking about if they're gonna invest you for the next year, and more people, they're sitting at their home and waiting for your response. So they are the audiences today, and they are the people who matter today. We sincerely suggest that you will take our suggestion because it could be a challenge to you, but at the same time, it could be your turning point. So next, my team members and I would introduce each of them. Welcome, Apple.
Thank you. Okay, I'm going to talk about what we're going to talk about. Talk to the passengers. So in the passengers, there are some key audience. The first one would be the couple, Marilyn and Ron. So here's the good news. So if you remember that when Marilyn saw that there would be a storm, so she was actually concerned about what would happen to the cruise. But Ron has strong faith in this cruise, in this company. So he said there will be no problem, right? Which means your company has a very good reputation. But now what happened? What we're going to deal with it? I think to talk to the audience, the passengers, there are two ways. One is to have a meeting, and should be the captain to talk to them in the meeting. And for the afterwards, for the company, for the CEO should write a thank you note to the passengers to explain to thank you again. Okay, so what do they care about? This is the thing that we're going to talk to the passengers in the meeting. First question is that they would ask what happened. To tell the truth, what happened? One engine was broken, right? And then they would ask what's next? What will the company, what will the cruise, the captain do, right? So we tell them the cruise will continue. There is no problem with one engine. They can still make it. And they would worry about, are we safe? So we're going to tell them there is no worries. You guys will be safe, no problem. And then since that they have to change the schedule, and this is not a happy thing for them, so they would expect what the company would do to make up for them, like refund, like give them bonus, like give them extra tickets for etc. Okay, and this is what we suggest the company to do for the passengers. Thank you. For the next one.
Okay, the next target audience is crew member. They got two group of crew member. One is line crew member, and another is the crew on board. So let me tell how to communicate with the line crew members. How they communicate, the way they communicate, it should be by phone call. The step one is to tell the crew on the line, tell what happened in this situation. And step two, tell them the schedule has been changed. They're supposed to arrive at the original arrive time should be 9:30 in the morning on Tuesday, but due to the delay, they have to arrive at 4 p.m. To ensure the template return to New Orleans, so they have to leave. They have to leave at 2 in the night. Also, they have to cancel the trip of Cancun and the event of Cancun FL as well. And then the next target audience is crew on board. They should inform the crew on board what happened in the situation. Like the timetable has been changed, the schedule has been changed, they got a new timetable. And then step two, must communicate with captain or leaders in any situation, which means all apartment should communicate with captain or leaders in in any situation to ensure that the passengers will feel satisfied with. And the step 3 is real-time monitor the storm to ensure the safety of everybody in the ship, that before the storm is coming, the captain should restart the engine even though it could cause the damage of the ship. The last step is the most important one, is to care about the emotion of the passengers. The crew on the board should pay more attention to the passengers to give them full understanding. Next part.
Okay, here comes to the local government. We will make a phone call to the local government and hold a meeting. We will inform them for these 4 messages. The first message is that we will help the owner with the repairment. We will help them to contact the engineer if they want to, and we will also offer the money that they need. The second is that we will compensate the passenger and the owners. And we will show the government that we have enough money to help to compensate all the connected people. The third is that we will cooperate with the government to deal with the media. There may be interviews to us, and we will be open to that. And we will also help the government to help with the other things. And we will establish a working team to discuss the solutions. And we will make the working team keep tracking the process and make also all the things stops. Next.
Let me introduce the next audience. Is investors. Why they are so important to us? Because they hold over 40% of stocks of our company, and if we communicate with them well, the company will strong enough to face this risk. And the media is we will send email to them and then hold a meeting. The purpose of our communication, the first is inform them the basic information of this crisis, and then we will persuade them to have confidence of the company's stability and value. And our spokesman is CEO, because CEO is the most reliable person for that. And also the CFO will join to some part of our meeting to answer some question of the financial problems. And our strategy and messages is, first, our group will send the email to them, inform the location and time of the meeting. And during the meeting, we will give them a presentation and a report. The first is a basic situation summarizes. We will keep it really simple, but they still let them know what actually happened on the sheet. And then we will have a crisis analysis. This part will focus on the financial problems, because they want to know how much their money will influence in this crisis. And we want them keep trust us, have confidence of the company, and still working with us. And we will update our crisis communication strategy with them, let them know how much progress we made during this crisis, and we will have a QA part. The CEO will answer the questions and relieve their anxieties. And we really appreciate their commitment to the company. And we'll update the report to send an email to them and to let them know how they really important to us, and how much important their investment to us. And next introduce is Intrinsha.
So the next target will be the media. So talking about the media, because after this accident we need to report to the public as soon as possible, so I think the media would be very important. And the media I mentioned here, including the traditional mass media like newspapers, magazines, radio, television, and also the social media. Why the social media is so important? Like, let's try to imagine if you're making a family traveling plan, would you rather to read a book or a magazine or search some information online for their travel tips or reviews? So what I mean here is a popular travelers bloggers article is more influential than millions of advertisements. So I think the famous social media bloggers should be included to the media. Okay, so all the media people, they like to dig up news and reporting, right? So they receive messages from the outside world and deliver it to the public through their own understanding. So what I understand here is the media support is really essential for our crisis. And due to the diversity of the media, I suggest that we should adopt different mediums and send out more spokesperson to different media. For example, we need to call for a news conference, and the best spokesperson should be our CEO. That would make our statement of the accident more convincing. And the good offense is the best defense. Okay, so after this accident, I believe a lot of media would also invite our senior managers to conduct some interviews. And the interviewee, I would recommend our CEO, the VP who controls of the cruise line, and the head of the PR department. And during all the communication with the media, I sincerely suggest with the media pitch and the email because they are more formal. But we need to make sure that every email should be checked by the PR department. They need to make sure that the wording is accurate and our tone is sincere. Okay, thank you for all your attention. The honesty and the speed are the most important mean during our communication. And we need to reach out as many people as possible to solve this problem with the accurate and timely information. And we sincerely hope that we can make through all this. Thank you.